Oh my goodness, I didn't see you there.
Hey, you know what that sound is? It's the sound of history taking
That is
place for the first time in history. We are having a double monologue on Burn It Down.
this is so weird. Sometimes we like taking these small baby steps, and sometimes we love to leap and take large, giant steps. How are you, my sister? You look amazing as always.
Why, thank you. I'm fresh off stage, as you know, with Pan and CJ, our two guests. We just had an
I
improv
watched
night
it.
on Pan's new channel, right? And she's
I
going to talk
watched
all
it.
about her channel and all the cool stuff she does there. But yeah, we just got off a couple hours ago, so I'm still
You
in a
guys,
giddy mood.
you guys were amazing and
Thank you.
funny, and we'll get into it more with our guests. But there was so much, as my grandmother would say, there was so much heart. There was heart and
There's
soul to.
hot.
Yeah, yeah. It's like look into your heart. So again, on behalf of me and my sister, Renée Yaworsky, we want to say happy Monday, y'all. Welcome to TCB Studios, upstate New York and ATL. Welcome to Burn It Down. Welcome to CCTV Land. Shout out to Sandy and our sponsors. And I want to thank my brother, Rory Penland, for this
Yeah.
amazing painting that he did of me a while ago, and someone who wanted to remain anonymous. And that's so lovely. But if they're watching, I wish you would reveal yourself because I just want to say thank you so much. It looks wonderful on one of the walls here in the studio. And everyone who's seen it so far, I believe we got it on Thursday, or yeah, I think we got it last
Mhm.
Thursday. And we've had about 8 or 10 guests come through since then, and everyone has loved it. Someone said it looks just like me. Someone said it looks like me, and I had a baby with the Morton's fisherman.
It does
And
have
so,
a fisherman vibe to it. Yeah.
yes, and someone said you look like you and Chuck Norris's cousin Bobby.
It does it and there's the Chuck Norris. It's definitely like a badass. There's a lot of strength and a lot of power
Yeah,
there. It's a little rugged, a little raw. It's
yeah.
essence.
I think it looks like me and a man that I've become a huge fan of over the years, Troy Moore's right hand man and drummer Johnny Thomas.
Oh, that's right. There's a
Yeah,
resemblance there
a
too.
beautiful man. Shout out to Johnny Thomas, but and Troy Moore. Shout out to everyone in
Yeah.
CCTV land. But Rory, thank you so much. And he also wrote on the back something so beautiful and spiritual and uplifting. And I appreciate it because I've had a lot going on lately, and some days are better than others. And some days I feel like I'm a little piece of junk underneath a construction boot. But
Mm.
right now, talking to you and bringing on our guests, I'm about 18 feet tall, so I feel wonderful.
Yeah, well, this is a positive party, right? Talk a little bit about
That's
positive
right.
parties
Yeah,
on Burn It Down. What are we
yeah.
doing
So,
here? Why do we need
so we've
positivity?
yeah, we've had so much fun, you and I. First of all, every guest is so special,
Yeah.
and I've learned that everyone that we have, we're all in this together. We love to say that in any kind of weather, and no guest is better than the other. But every week we should say, let's make this the best episode ever. But some of the greatest episodes have been when it's just been you and I, and I've had
Mhm.
wonderful fans, friends, peers like Julio Morales and Gregory Elganon, who I've grown to adore, say,
Oh,
"Oh my
yeah.
goodness, you and Renee have these real deep uh, conversations filled with intellect and, as my grandmother would say, heart and
Hot.
smarts." So
We
yeah,
got
smarts
hot,
and from
hot and soul.
smarts and from the heart and from the heart and the soul, and but conscientious
Yeah.
and conscious of what's going on in the world. And we know that we're not out of this. And also we love the idea, and you and I've talked about this, that we are every day until our last day on earth, our last breath. I always want to consider myself a student, learning and just trying to get better every day. So we're these works in progress. And we were like, man, let's have these positive parties. And
Yeah.
I love, certainly, I'm a huge fan of these two guests that we're going to have. So basically, I don't know. I was just at the store earlier. Someone was like, what you doing tonight? I go, well, I have my own show. And tonight we're going to be on a double date. We're hanging out with CJ and Pan. It's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
It doesn't get any better than that. What did they say? What did they say?
They were like, what does that mean? I go, join in. So hopefully, and I'll go
Tune
check with
in.
them tomorrow, or I'll
Yeah,
send them
hello,
the link
people.
afterwards. And that's the other thing, because we've been lucky because we've had these viewers, but then we really have had some viewers who've come around later, like my friend
Mm.
Amanda Blackman and my friend Rick Ammerman, who I hope is watching. And we've had these viewers who are like, wait a minute, I'm just learning about the show. I'm just getting turned on to Cosmos, aka CCTV land. Or I was working, but Rick Garriman told me about you guys, and I watched the replay, and our numbers are going up. And from what I understand, this little kid at the grocery store was telling me that I got a following on TikTok.
There you go. That's right. And you do. Every time you do a monologue and every time you do a show, we take little portions of them and we put them up on the TikTok,
Yes.
and people respond. Isn't that cool?
Yes. Well, you look wonderful. I really do love our conversations. I only say this about people that I truly, truly just adore, and we're so lucky because we have so many people like that in our life. If someone asked me, quick, what's your one complaint about Renée Yaworsky? You know what I would say?
What?
I don't talk to her enough.
There you go. Cheers. Cheers. That's right. Yeah.
That's a great insult. Be like, you know what I hate? I don't see you enough. We don't hang out enough. Because you and I, we TCB and we KA, that means kick ass, and we get things done, and we love the positive party. I do want to tell our folks this. We are doing some, let's just say, some re-examining and revisiting and re-envisioning some stuff at TCB Studios. So the next 2 Monday nights are off. Maybe if you want to do something, go ahead, or maybe we'll even play a rerun. But in 3 weeks we'll be back.
That's right. We have so many great reruns.
Yeah. 3 weeks we'll be back in a brand new studio. What? We'll tell you about it later. We'll tell you guys more about it as the weeks go on.
That's you got to tune in after the 2-week hiatus to find out.
Listen, you know what I love about life? I don't need to know everything. I'm cool with little secrets. Just tease us.
Me too.
We got something beautiful and special planned for you guys.
Yeah.
Again, shout out to everyone watching. This is wonderful because you and I killing it right now, and this is certainly the longest introduction we've ever done. So we're breaking all kinds of records tonight. But can we do a drum roll and bring these people on?
We can do one bucket of fish. CJ is having a hailstorm, and so he's still having internet connectivity issues, but he will be in. He said the second that he can, he's trying.
We love it. We love it.
We do have Pan here, so let's get.
Well, listen. Also, there's nothing wrong with 2 bucket of fishes. So bucket of fish, Pan. Oh my good man, look at that smile, look at that hair.
Gorgeous.
We have so much to talk to you about, but first things first, let's get the dad jokes out of the way. CJ, get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here, CJ.
Pan Oréa, round of applause. Badass woman, badass human, mom of the year, killing it, producing. I love your show, and like I was saying tonight, it was filled with heart. It was all heart. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a blast.
Really, really good. There's a lot of thoughtfulness and tastefulness to the humor, and then, excuse me, you throw everyone else's little snippets that they have and their personalities, and it's just a wonderful ride. I love it.
Yeah. I'm still on a high.
Good.
It was very fun. We were all laughing for a very long. I'm still in a giddy mood over it. And Pan is very funny. Pan can be very serious. She's very organized, but when she wants to be hilarious, she is like the funny. Her comebacks and her characters and her accents. She just gets in there, and I love when she cracks up because both.
Tell me something
up tonight, and that was special. I love that.
Yeah, tell me something I don't know. I'm a huge fan. And on top of that, I mean, I kind of was envisioning like and I'm showing my age here, everybody. I kind of was envisioning a show like Laverne and Shirley with Pan, Oréa, and Sandy D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like them being roommates. It would just be this pretty funny because you guys are so good with different accents.
I guess.
Well, listen, I'm not here to sell you another show. Don't worry about it. I'm just letting you know that I was watching it and I was like, well, that would be pretty funny, you know?
Yeah.
But also, I commented on one of your songs over the weekend, and I said, boy, Monday night, we certainly have a lot to talk about. You're working on a debut album. Congratulations.
Yeah. I don't know why I decided to do this. I know it's such a big undertaking, but I figured
Hmm.
it's now or never. I'm not getting younger. And
Well,
I don't have expectations. Like, I'm not going to be performing on a stage and trying
right.
to
Mhm.
big artist. I mean, that's not what I want to do. I just want to make my own album and try to get my music out there in other ways,
But
in
also never say,
movies, in
yeah,
sitcoms,
yeah.
in if somebody wants my songs and wants them and they want to perform my songs, I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
But I need to create it first. So I'm
Right.
working on demos right now. I'm like,
Well, yeah.
it's
Well,
just my lyrics and my music, but
yeah,
using instrumentals to like be able to sing along because it just sounds like karaoke if I don't put anything like if it's just
I
me
absolutely love
singing.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I do the videos to get more people to listen because people like to watch videos. So that's a strategy where I'm like, okay, I have to create a video
Yeah.
and it
And
has
they're
to
great.
be
Yeah,
They're
they're
so
good.
good.
things.
That's the thing. You really are. Because I mean, and the thing is we have this thing in common. Being involved in the arts, we all have this little bit of insecurity to us, and
Oh
it's a
yeah, I'm
healthy
so
thing,
insecure.
you know. But the thing is I wouldn't guess that about you. And also, I would say that you're a 3 or a 4 trick pony. You do so
Mhm.
much. I'm a 1 trick pony, So I mean, so I really, it's so impressive because I love the videos as well. Because clearly you're throwing maybe some keywords in there, looking stuff up and looking at certain channels or videos, and then the video is telling the story of the song.
Yeah, so basically there's places that you can find clips and I create a
Right,
story using obviously my lyrics. I'm like, okay, how do I want my song to be portrayed in a video? So for every song, I was like, okay, this one, I want it to be just one person in the video,
right,
like one of my songs is just one lady, and she's playing the guitar because the song is mentions the talks about the guitar, and she's
right,
kind of alone because she's talking about being alone and walking alone with her guitar. So I had to just find a clip, well, multiple clips to make a story.
right. And
And then I edit
you're
it.
telling,
It's just editing. I don't film it. I didn't go out there to
right,
film it. I've done that in the past for my own videos with Apollo's Anthem.
right,
I've done two videos that I actually filmed myself and I was actually acting in the videos.
right,
But for this one, there's no time. And then the other songs, it's like I decided, okay, well, it's going to be multiple storylines
Mhm.
to get the people who are watching my videos are going to be like, oh, I can relate to this character. So
right,
so I try to use the videos to get people to listen to my songs. Right now they're just demos. So it's like my lyrics, I'm singing, and I've added free instrumental where I can have some rhythm with my songs because I can't just sing it with nothing. I'm
right,
not a musician where I can, you know, play all these instruments and then record
right.
it and then yeah, I'm not like that. But the goal is to go to a recording studio and get musicians to
Yeah,
play the music and then I can just go and sing and yeah. So
right.
that's the plan. But I need more songs before I go to a studio. So my goal this summer is to right now I have 3 songs. The goal is to get 10 or 12 done
Yeah,
by the end of
that's
the
a great.
summer. So good luck to me. Demos,
Well,
just the
listen, you
You
demos,
can
not
do
the
it.
recording.
I
you
know you
yeah,
can do it.
you're
Yeah.
right on point, and everything does tell the story, and it's already lovely. So I could see what your vision is. So I kind of have a feeling how I know it's going to end up. But also, you're saying, I don't know if we're going to sing on stage. The best thing about life and the best thing about the positive party, what we do is I'm a big fan of this musician named Joe Strummer, who passed away a long time ago. But I live by a lot of his codes, and he was just a good man and did a lot of philanthropic work as well while he was alive. And great quotes. And one of his quotes is, "The future is unwritten, and anything can happen. So just keep doing it and being beautiful and positive and wonderful with other people and doing all the stuff you're doing. And who knows what's going to happen with it."
Yeah, I mean, it all started with Apollo's Anthem. When I started Apollo's Anthem with Sandy, he took some of my lyrics and he turned them into music.
Right.
We have 3 singles out there. And then I realized when he was taking my lyrics, the music that he would make was his inspiration after he read my lyrics, which he's incredible. He did an awesome job. And then we produced the songs and we released them. But I felt that I wanted to create my own music. Obviously, the music is in my head. I'm singing, right?
Right.
But I can hear the instruments, you know, and I dabble a little bit on the piano, on the guitar too. But I'm not strong enough to record a whole song on my own. Like, I mean, it's just it's something that I don't even want to try right now. I don't have the time to spend hours and hours working on learning how to play an instrument the way I want to. So I said, okay, fine. Then I can still create the music of my like lyrics and then just go to a recording studio and have professional musicians create the music, you know, and then I can just maybe sing. Even singing, I'm even okay if they bring someone in to sing my songs, if someone could sing them better than me. For me, it's always about the finished product.
Right.
I don't want to be a star. I just want my original music to be out there and I can sell my product in many forms, because you don't always need to be a performing artist. I can have my songs bought. They can be bought by professional artists, you know, who really want to do this for a living, and they can, you know, and I can get royalties.
Yeah.
So you're
I'm a businesswoman.
But you're also, and I've talked about this with Renee here. You're a producer who, in every way, you know, it makes sense to even be in this conversation. And we're going to get more into the positive session too. But it's like you TCB, you execute. So you're like, this is what needs to get done to get to produce or direct or execute. So we're going to do this. And the other thing is, which I love this, and I've sent this to Renee before. I believe I've sent this to John Phipps as well. Peter Gabriel, one of his acceptance speeches, I believe it was him as a solo artist in the Hall of Fame. He goes, surround yourself with genius. He goes, know what you can't do and let these other beautiful people help you do it.
Exactly.
It's true. Teamwork makes the dream work. You need more than one
teamwork
person.
makes the dream work. Yes.
I know what my strengths are and I know what I'm not good at. So I know how to use my strengths to get things done. And the things that I'm not able to do, I can either collaborate or delegate. So that's the plan. Again, like, I'm giving myself this goal. I may not be able to achieve it by the end of the summer, but at least I'm going to have at least 6 songs done for sure. I don't know if I can get 10 or 12 demos done with videos, but I can at least have something. Even if I do an EP, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
6 songs is wonderful. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and so that's it. But this summer I wanted to do the documentary. Remember, Renee, with you? Since we decided, you know, we're not gonna get it done this summer because it's such a big project. Let's push it back for next summer. And there's a lot of work to do on that. I said, okay, well, what can I do that's creative in the summer? Because I did slow down my show because I'm spending time with my kids.
Right.
And so I can't have shows every day during the week. I mean, it's not going to happen. I'm going to be spending time with them. Plus I work, right? So I work from home. So I said, you know what? At least I can focus on one song at a time.
Yeah, sure.
So for me, working on one song in my creative juices, you know, like one song for me is not, if I can just think of one song, I don't feel overwhelmed. If I think of the whole album, then I'm like, oh my God, it's a lot. But that's how I do things. I do things one step at a time.
You're very analytical, you know, because you have training as being an accountant. You have both the left and the right side of your brain. So you're very creative. I mean,
very lucky there.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
my training was like, I went to business school and then I got my accounting degree. So I was like, in my mind, the when I run my show, I use the same work ethic like when I work as an accountant. So when I give
Right.
myself deadlines, I stick to my deadlines. When I
Yes.
organize my shows and I talk to my guests, I treat them like they're you know
The
you
most
know
important thing ever.
yeah, like my clients, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
sure.
like
I
Yeah.
want to use the word client because it sounds like, but I treat them with the same respect, and I'm
yeah.
very organized, and I want them to leave my show feeling satisfied, and I
Mhm.
want them to remember me and say, "Wow, Pan, I had such a good time on her show," and they can refer someone else to come on my show. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I use the same discipline that I've been following my entire life working as an accountant. So that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But I
And I
am
could say,
creative, yeah.
yeah. And I could say, and I know Renee can as well. I've been on your show, and after I get off the show, I'm like 37 feet tall. I feel amazing. So
Exactly.
thank you for doing
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
she's
And also,
amazing.
a kid who's now a grown man who has, let's just say, a little bit of ADD. I learned a long time ago from therapists and doctors, from me, the way this brain works and the way I operate, even in my own business that I have, or as an artist. If I try to do 10 things at once, I will complete and execute 0 of them. But if I say this week I'm working on this, I'll get that done. Next week I'm only really good at doing one thing at a time. But it's good because I know my weaknesses in that area, and I work at it, and I'm only getting better at all of that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. I can only do one thing at a
Yeah.
time, but you can do many things in one day if you give
Sure. Yes.
yourself
Give
a
yourself 2 hours
schedule.
to do this. Absolutely. And
Yes.
that kind of
Time
leads to
management. Time management is big.
Yes,
unbelievable.
it's all about time management. You can do 10 things in one day, but you have to say, okay, from this time to this time, this is what I'm going to be working on. And
Right.
don't let anything interrupt that time that you've devoted to work on something specific. I
Mhm.
do the same with my kids. So my kids, it's from this time to that time. Everything stops. I don't look at emails. I don't go on my computer. It's my time with them. Now that they're like at home full time, I had to kind of switch my schedule, and
Right.
something had to go. The show had to go.
Yeah.
Right.
My kids come first. So there's no way I'm going to say no to my kids,
Mhm.
and I didn't send them to camp or anything like that. I
Right.
decided,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Well, this is actually, I love when these beautiful, pretty, gorgeous, full of heart accidents happen. Pan just killed it with a brilliant segue, because this is going to lead to my next question, because this is the positive party.
Mhm.
So let me just say this. About an hour and a half ago, I was on a business call with a client. He repeated to tell me the same thing over and over again that he said needed to be done Friday, but didn't know that until today. So basically tomorrow morning, 5 times in a row. Hung up, got it texted to me twice, and then emailed to me twice saying this needs to get done. If this doesn't get done, we're in serious trouble. And it threw, you might as well have just, a man picked me up and shook me up and just rattled me. And I wasn't able to get anything done. So shook up, and anxietal, and you guys are my high. I'm in a great mood now, so thank you. But what do you do when you are kicking ass or getting this thing done, what you need to do with time management, and you're trying to be beautiful and productive and execute and at the same time be positive? What do you do, guys and girls? Please give me some advice when you get this wrench thrown at you. And I'm actually glad it happened to me at 6:30 instead of noon, because, well, hopefully I would have just went for a walk and fixed it. But I mean, it really did rattle my day. I'm like, what can I get done at 6:30 anyway, guys? I'll take care of it at 9 a.m.
Mhm.
But anyway, the positive party. Do you guys got any advice for me?
My advice is to have the expectation every day that wrenches will get thrown in, and so you have a
Okay.
plan B, a plan C. So every day you allow for that wiggle room somehow. And then the second thing is, of course, to prioritize. Like Pan talked about, like her kids are a priority, especially over the summer right now. So when the clock is ticking and you have other things to do and the wrench gets thrown in, okay, this thing is not as important as this thing, and you're just gonna wrap that up
Right.
and put it for tomorrow. That's my
Yeah.
advice. And
Yeah.
I'm
And
sure.
Yeah, and the thing is I am a huge fan and a believer in each person understanding the being able to read a room or situation, understanding the sense of urgency, and I
Yeah.
understand that, but also, like I said, sometimes you're like, wait a minute, it's after hours. There's nothing I could do anyway. Um, why, and by the way, all you have to do is tell me this once, not 4 times over the phone, 2 times on a text, and 2 times in an email. It really can just you're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Is someone trying to sabotage me and make a paper trail and say, we told you to do this, you messed up, now you don't get this gig or whatever, like that kind of thing. And then again, we know this because we've had these conversations, all of us, that sometimes we're our worst enemy and you get in your own head. And I'm like, all right, I need to go for a walk around the block and I need to have a big glass of water and shake myself back into positive party mode.
Yeah. And also tell yourself there's worse things out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm a very sensitive person.
Yeah.
And I do take things personally.
I got a couple of questions for you regarding that as well in a minute.
Yeah. So I said, like, I'm sensitive. So I've always been like that, but I try to tell myself, okay, this happened to me. It's not in my control. I will try to fix something. If something goes bad, I will try to fix it. And I do my best into fixing whatever the problem may be. But I've learned to sometimes it's just best to let things be and walk away from a situation. There's no point. Like if you're going to just sit there and worry about it, you're not resolving anything. You're just sitting there and you're worrying and then it builds up. So just say, you know what? It's okay to say I'm walking away from something or someone or whatever. And then just accept the situation and think there's worse out there. There's people dying. There's people like in war. There's people who are homeless. There's people who don't have money to buy food for their kids. So like your problem, then look, it's all perspective.
It's real small. Yeah.
It appears to be tiny compared to other problems that people may be experiencing. So it's all about putting it in a perspective.
Right. Well, man, I guess
that helps me, that's what I do.
The letter of the evening is obviously P, perspective and positive party, because you and Renee have been a hero, and knowingly or not, you've influenced us and inspired us, along with our guest who's having technical problems, C.J. Peters. What a beautiful
I hope he makes it. I really hope he makes it.
Yeah, he's been in and out. He's actually been in and out this entire time, and the lights are off and the power's out and there's sirens everywhere, and he keeps losing connection. He's so sorry, but it's just, he's in contact with me this whole time and he's trying
I'm good because I'm connected to my computer, so I'm good.
Yeah.
As long as his ears are shaking and he knows we're saying the best things about him. This is the thing. But you have been a hero and this awesome warrior and just getting things done. But you've also had your trials where I've seen you like, oh man, it stinks that someone's giving me a hard time with this. Someone's giving me a hard time with that.
But you know why I put it out there? You know why I put it out there? Because
tell me, please.
I'll tell you. Because when I put it out there, people say, okay, well, why is she doing this? It's because I'm releasing it out.
Yes.
It's out there. So it's, for me, it's out. It's done.
Right.
I'm done with it. And if somebody's reading it, the person who has hurt me is reading it, will be like, okay. And the person and the people who are experiencing the same thing could say, oh, okay. And I'm just being real, because the thing with social media is that, yes, I could pretend everything is great. I can pretend everything is great on social media and always like smile and be happy. But the truth of the matter is that I do get attacked on social media. People do hurt me, and I keep it real. So this is my reality. It doesn't mean it's always going to be my reality. Maybe a year from now, I will grow as a person and it won't affect me, or maybe it'll stop. And another reason why I put it out there is because I want it to stop, because I want people to know that They can't treat me or anyone terribly on social media, because what I do takes effort. What I
Yeah.
do, I put love and I'm invested. So when people hurt me, it's like a slap in the face. Like, I've had guests come on my show and then they unfriended me and they blocked
Yeah.
me.
I don't understand that
So
at
that is
all.
just horrible. I
And I've
give you
seen
my
that happen.
time,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
promote you, your music, and then you block me after you read somebody say something mean about me.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
get
come
that,
on,
bro.
like, that's why I keep it real, because I want people to know, if you're going to come on my show, show me respect and appreciate
Right.
the time I'm giving you, because my time is precious. And yeah, so it is a
Wow.
little bit badass, but whatever. It
No,
is
let me
what
tell
it
you right
is.
now. Let me tell you right now. Kid from Queens, New York, and my partner across the way. We're giving you our flowers, homegirl, right now. We're
Yes.
giving you our flowers.
Can
No,
you
it's
imagine?
it's
Can you
inspiring.
imagine? Can you imagine? I'm here on your show, and then
Yes.
a week later, I block both of you and I unfriend you
No, I can't
because
imagine.
I heard something, or
I
because
can't
whatever.
imagine it. I
Like,
refuse. I refuse. I refuse to imagine it.
can
No,
you? But how?
Tom and I don't roll like that no matter what. Even if you weren't on the show, we don't do.
No, I mean, no,
Hey,
but I
how would
appreciate
that
it
make you
because
feel? How
I
would that
feel
make you
horrible.
feel?
Yeah. But this is
Yeah.
the thing about what we're trying to do with these sessions is because it really is important. We love building each other up. And the reason I brought that up is because I've seen it happen to you. I've also seen it happen to a few other people who are our brothers and sisters on Cosmos in CCTV land. And I've seen it on other stations. And I'm like, I don't get it, man. It's like you driving by me 80 miles an hour, throwing a can of Coke at my window just to cut me off to beat me to the red light.
Yeah.
None of it makes sense. Like,
I was,
we're
I
all
was,
we're all in this together. Like,
I was raised.
what are you gaining more from this?
I get it, but I was raised. My parents raised me, and they told me people need to respect you, and the way
Sure.
they're gonna respect you is if you respect them first. So if I
Yes.
respect you and I make you feel good and I invite you on my show and I spend my time for what? I don't get compensated. I'm trying to build here a channel. I'm trying to do something
Right.
creative. And then you treat me like garbage. You
Yeah.
lost respect. I have no more respect for you. So
Right.
that is what you see
Yeah.
on social media. That's what you see me
Yeah.
when I vent. And it's okay
Right.
to do that because I'm human. And
Sure.
if you don't like my vent, then block me, erase me. What do I care? It's it's not going to be
No,
the first and
no,
it won't be the last, and I don't
no,
care.
you're nipping it in the bud, and I respect that. And I try to. I'm actually so simple on my couple of
I
platforms that
know.
and I try to share a song or two a day that made me smile while I was working. So why not share with you guys? Certainly a great picture from like me and family or beautiful loved ones from the past. That's always lovely. Or if I see a wonderful quote, like I saw this simple quote the other day and I had to share it. It said, I have a simple philosophy. If you treat me nice, I'm going to treat you even better. That's simple,
Exactly. Exactly.
and
Yeah.
it's lovely, but unfortunately, some people still can't grasp that. I actually saw this. I don't know I don't know if it's a meme or not, but let's just say it had a quote attached to it recently, and it was pretty lovely. And it was someone saying, "Listen, I know you think I cut you out of my life, but actually, I let you know twice what you were doing, and you clearly I don't mean enough for you to change. So I'm just going to leave, and I'm going to let you be able to continue being the same
Yeah.
person you are." And I
Yeah.
was like, arm hairs, like what we call
Yeah.
braille at DCB. My
Walk
arm
away.
hairs went up, and I go, man,
Look,
actually, I love you. I'm going to let you stay the same. I just choose not to be near it, getting this, whether it's verbal abuse or verbal
yeah.
assault or whatever it may be.
This is the
I'm going to continue.
positivity, right? This
Yes,
topic
we're
is how
going
to be positive.
to get me to the positivity room. Yes.
Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who
Yes.
That's
care
right.
enough to call you and say, "Hey, how's it going? I'm
Mhm.
thinking
Right.
about you. I want
Yeah.
to help you." Um, and
Yeah.
if somebody doesn't treat you with respect or they're not positive around you, it's okay to walk away from them.
Right.
It's okay. Don't feel bad because they're not ready to receive it. They're not ready to do
Wow.
that
Yeah.
exchange. You know, that
Yeah.
human exchange, kindness. If they're not ready to give you kindness, they're not going to want you to give it to them either. For whatever reason, psychologically, they're not there.
They're having their own issues. They're
having their own issues.
Probably
Exactly.
have their insecurities, their own self-loathing, and they're projecting that onto you, and they're going to keep projecting that onto you and weaponizing your kindness to even hurt themselves and to burn bridges and to be self-sabotage. So I don't like being weaponized with people who are trying to self-harm. And I've seen that happen a lot, where people do that, where love and kindness, they will alchemize that in the opposite direction and turn it into abuse against themselves, or by ruining an opportunity with you, they're doing that to torture themselves to see, oh, see, I am a loser because I've burned another bridge. You see, I am and they do that. So the only thing you can really do at that point, is to distance yourself, and that's to protect them as much as to protect you, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so
and it's
good.
Okay because they're not ready to receive it. So
they're not ready.
They're going to be ready, they're going to be better with the next person.
Right.
It's not going to be, let's say you in this case, whatever, but it's going to be better for the next person. So we're all growing. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm far from being perfect, but I do give a lot of chances. But yeah, I have my limits.
Oh my goodness. I love this conversation, but I also, like I said, I love seeing these quotes that I see. And I write them down, and I screenshot them, and I hang them on the fridge, because they're a good deal of reminders also that I still just want to be a thoughtful, caring giver of like love and attention to the people that want it and that need it, And I went for a nice 6-mile walk yesterday with an old friend of mine. Lovely time, and we just always have the best conversations. And he said something really interesting. He said, you're always going to have people around, unfortunately, that are complaining. But even funnier than that, they'll always go, oh, those were the days. And they're pointing about something. And in punk rock, we call it, well, it's not just punk rock, but they call it the salad days, Those were the days. And my buddy goes, you want to know something? I bet you. So you look at this picture, and this person goes, 10 years ago, those are the days. I bet you on that day the picture was taken, they were complaining, saying 5 years before were the days. Make today your salad days. Make today happen. Be like Pan and record your first album. Go for that 6-mile walk.
Easy there. Let me do it first.
It's like, why are you doing this album? Because I hadn't done one. Why'd you climb that mountain? Because it was there. Like, make now count.
Yeah. Make today your salad days. And I always think about that too, Tom. People always have this ideology about how great and how idyllic the past was. But this is the past. Because in the future, we're going to be saying that about these moments. So appreciate these moments.
Yeah. I'm always thinking tomorrow. Even now, I'm thinking about my tomorrow. I'm excited about tomorrow. I'm excited to wake up and do something new. I don't think about the past. I don't.
Well, that's good. That's good. And, and the thing is, I'm a big fan of great conversation like this. So I'm absolutely loving this.
Me
and
too. I love this. I love
you
this.
wouldn't know that 3 hours ago my hand was shaking and I had a lot of anxiety, So you guys are like these beautiful.
You see that person who did that person who sent you those messages.
Yes,
that's wrong.
Yeah, no, totally.
That's wrong because this person knew you would be distraught, and did it on purpose.
In the morning, I will knock it out. Like, in
the morning, now you're going to knock it out.
Well, I mean, I can't talk to the person that I need to talk to until 9 a.m. tomorrow. But the thing is I'm also a big believer in looking at a whole picture or hearing a whole story and things. So my point is this: I was having a great conversation with my brother, who's been on the show, and he's a writer, and he's writing a piece for somebody for some magazine, and his editor sent him a note back saying, "Well, I think you need to really revisit these couple sentences. You could tell as you were writing it, something was triggered about something with you and your dad, my dad." And Scott's like, "Yeah, I know. I guess I'm not ready to really, to like really open up that Pandora's box or whatever, And he's like, "Yeah, I guess I should." And he goes, "Well, life's short." And I say that all the time. And she goes, "No, it's not, man." She goes, "Life is long." And she goes, "You better make this count." And I was like, I've never heard life is long. And I want to start trying to think that way, even though I'm 53 years young. But it's like, I want to make these days be long and make them count.
That's a great philosophy. I hadn't thought of it that way, but you're right. But I have thought of having a long haul mindset, meaning not to get stuck in something in the myopia of just like that moment. Like try to make decisions that you're going to be proud of 10 years down the line.
Right. And never be like, well, life's long, I'll do that album next year. But have to be strategic. Like we're all pretty smart people, and then think about these things, write these goals down. Some are short term, some are long term, and you throw positivity in the mix and you could do anything.
Yeah, I think that's great. And, Pan said something that I want to highlight. She said it like, about a couple of minutes ago. This is significant. She said to you, the person who wrote you those things, that was wrong, and we're sorry that happened to you. I don't think we do that enough for one another. I think that we need to start. Sometimes when somebody comes to us with a problem, we start dissecting it and judging them. Well, maybe you did something. It's like you're kicking someone when they're down. I feel like very passionately that what Pan did there was like a modeling for the future. When someone comes to you, even if you, for whatever reason, are inwardly like judging or whatever, not in this case, but, sometimes people are complaining and you're like, if that's happening, that moment is very vulnerable for this person. Yes. It was in you to come and to open up to you. So that is not a time to deconstruct it with them or to judge them. You need to be on their side in that moment. And that was wrong. You did not deserve that. And let's imagine a way to have it.
And both of you ladies will be very proud of me that my assistant, who is a lady as well, said, you're about to be on TV with these beautiful humans. They're going to get you high and you're going to be having such great time. And afterwards, she's like, we're going to put on a movie and make some French fries, but the thing is, she said, you need to address this. And you'd be very happy to hear that I sent a very nice note saying, I don't understand this. You're making me feel uneasy. I'm doing everything that needs to be done. And trust me, it'll be done tomorrow. But I thought we were in this together, and I feel like attacked. So I did. What's the word? Embrace.
You advocated for yourself.
Yes, I did. I said, listen, man. Believe me. My company is called TCB. The last thing I'm going to do is be anti-TCB.
We get stuff done at TCB.
That's it.
That's what we do all day. Is we get stuff done.
I really love, I really feel, especially like when we see you guys in a couple of weeks, I have a couple of ideas. Pan, I'd love to run some ideas behind you because I love your brain, by you, because I love your brain and the way it thinks. Renee has been a partner, and I don't know exactly how we're going to do the show in 2 weeks, but I do have a feeling we're going to be rebranding a little bit. And I think almost every episode, we really are going to be talking about, as much as our guests who want to hear what they're doing, because I love your show. I love your channel. I love every song you've done so far, Pan. We certainly know that I'm a huge fan of everything Renee does. I'm a huge fan of everything CJ does, and we'll have him back when he doesn't have.
We'll have him back when the hailstorm started, when the show started. What are the chances?
But the thing is, I really think that every show we really are going to try to bring in the positive party element to it at some point, because it's so lovely. And I'm having so much fun having Renee as like, the right hand, like,
the Robin to your Howard.
Yes, I love it. And listen, some shows
I don't have anybody. I'm alone doing my show.
You have so many people.
I have nobody to vent to.
Doing it with you, But the thing is some of these shows I might just say 5 minutes before, Renee, your lead. I'm Robin. I'll do anything you tell me. Back you up. I mean, we did that great show. I think it was one of the first or second time I had you as a guest, Renee, and you basically just interviewed me, and it was brilliant.
That did happen. That happened. I remember that, and we learned a lot about you. And then we had a show, Pan, where he has this religious candle there, and he almost burned it down. Right. Literally, there was a candle, and he.
I watched that one.
I didn't notice.
And I'm wearing like a long sleeve Dickie shirt, and my arms on fire.
I watched that one. I saw it. I was watching.
I was a viewer. He didn't mention it. He didn't mention it.
Literally burned it down.
That he was like that.
So Pan is like, I know the show must go on.
Yeah, we TCB.
The show must go on. Yeah,
I love your channel, and I try to share it with as many friends as I can. I know
you're always good with that, sharing my stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, he's such a good marketer. He's a pro. He's a hype man. He helps elevate everybody.
If everyone did what Tom does, my show would be like.
I believe in good people.
Like,
I believe
Me
in good
too.
people and good talent. And when those two are married, that's a great combo. And I believe in perseverance and continuing a steady diet of that. And I think I believe you will succeed, because I know that we're succeeding doing this show already.
I'm just doing my best. Like, everything that I'm doing, I'm learning on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never dabbled in this. It was always accounting
Right.
work. So
Mhm.
I'm learning. I don't think my show is where I want it to be. It may take me longer because I'm
Right.
learning. If I had the
Right.
experience and I had more people backing me up, I had a support team
Mhm.
pushing my show and sharing it and help me with market it and all that, I would probably have way more viewers and followers.
Right.
But it's like it's happening very gradual. I
Yes.
mean, I'm growing, but I'm not where I want to be. But at the end of the day, I told myself I'm doing it because it's my outlet, my creative
Yeah.
outlet,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah.
have
It's so
100%
good.
control. 100% control.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
eventually, I want to expand and bring more people in. But the people that I'm going to bring in, I have to trust.
Right.
And right now, there's no one that I trust 100% to come in my channel and give away something that I started all by myself.
Secrets. Yeah, for sure. But
trade secrets. Be careful with the trade secrets.
there's a thing to be said though for also another very
CJ,
important another very important word. CJ. I was gonna say there's
CJ,
something
We're
to be said
probably
for
only going to have him for a second, but he's
yeah.
here.
where is he?
There's something to be said for the word consistency, right, Renee? Like
Yeah.
you're consistent with it, and that is tremendous in my book, man. It's
Yeah.
huge. It's huge.
Consistency. Keep showing up is what I
What's
say.
up,
Just keep
C.J.
showing up.
Peters? You beautiful man. You fireball. How you doing?
He's burning it down.
Where
He
is
is.
he
He's
though?
burning
I
it
only see
down.
fire.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, I'll tell you right now, when we bring back the new format, which I'm super excited about, Renee, let's get on a couple of talks, texts, or emails this week.
What is he
When
doing?
we come back with this new thing, one of the first people we bring back is C.J. Peters, and then the last 10 minutes we'll bring Pan on, and she'll have a flamethrower.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
gonna keep upping it because we started with the candle. Now we have a tiki
That's
torch,
right.
I think, and then we're gonna have a flamethrower. We're good.
Oh my goodness. Tonight was so wonderful. I'm super excited to watch this later. I hope we had some comments. Hope we had some viewers. I know
Lots
I'll
of
share it
comments.
tomorrow, and we will. And everyone,
There it is.
continue.
And
CJ, how you doing?
Lazy.
Oh my good. Listen,
Oh man, we lost him. We lost him.
just a cameo for him for 1 second.
Cameo.
You guys saved me and rearranged me. You saved me and rearranged me and changed me. And I'm in such a good mood right now. Like our talk 2 weeks ago, Renee. Oh, also, by the way, Bootser and Claire Lodge's new album. I suggest everyone listen to it. It sounds like Bjork and Tricky and the RZA from Wu-Tang. It's all beautiful
Ooh.
instrumental music. Shout out to Bootser and Claire Lodge.
We love Jeffrey Buter and Claire Lodge.
Yeah, she's in London right now. She sent me the nicest text because I've been sharing her record, and they put it up themselves, and it's getting great reviews. And I love everyone here, and I love the positive party, and I love paying our positivity forward. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know what? In 9 minutes, we're going to be live with Manny, whom Pan just met on her show,
Yes,
and Rory and myself. And we're going to talk about our favorite Hitchcock films.
Oh my goodness.
A whole hour.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to
Yeah.
quickly go wash my face,
and then come back.
wash my teeth,
And
put my PJs.
And then
please
curl
tell
up in
Manny-
bed with Hitchcock.
Yes.
Please tell Manny I'd love to have him on Burn It Down.
Oh,
And so much love to you ladies. And CJ, my brother, boop, boop. You guys, we'll see you in 3 weeks. Love you guys.
See you in 3
Bye,
weeks.
everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.